CueCam has loads of ways to work with video. You can play them back, loop them, trim them, mute them, all sorts. So first I'm going to start with some updates and then we're going to get into it. I just had to reboot at 1 minute to 6. That was rough. And I am currently not on Zoom, so if you will bear with me a second, I'm just going to make sure that I'm on the App Lab. This is Squares TV App Lab number 77, where we talk about Video Pencil, Shoot, and CueCam Presenter. This is a lab on After Hours, or it will be when I rejoin the After Hours thing. And it's also going out live on YouTube, so I see Jeff, I see Neil have already joined, and this is also where we're going to find out if the changes I'm in the middle of making will crash CueCam midstream, so place your bets now of when that's going to happen. But if you bet 20 seconds before I had to go live, then you would have got the prize. I'm Michael Forrest. I make apps and other mad stuff like this. Look at that! Like, I've been doing a lot of work on the video latency of the video playback, so I'm quite pleased to see that those videos were playing back a lot quicker than they have been. Look, I'm cropped to the edge of my thing. Let's start with some updates. So let me just click go, and original sound. Right, we're back on Zoom. So updates. So nothing shipped this week, but lots is coming to the beta soon. So as I said last week, I've got to stop shipping stuff in beta, and it's a really good thing I didn't put anything in the build this week, because I just had like a text editing crash from turning on sort of spell checking in the thing, because it was like auto, you don't want to know. I've also been adding some tooltips so that when it sort of tells you what button to press to do what. So that's something that's been a long time coming. It's actually it's pretty painful. A new sort of file navigator, which is pretty clunky, and a few new formatting changes as well. So yeah, the tooltips to point out controls. So, like you've got your button like this, and then you have like the thing that's like, click on this and you can do this. Making sure those appear at the right times is a dark art, and making sure that not too many appear at the same time, and checking that they don't get ever invalidated, so they keep coming up every single time, even though it's like, I know this already. Like, getting all that stuff to work, that's a lot. So it's sort of not something I can just chuck into the main build, even though it's not really functional. It's not really functionality or a feature. But it actually has quite a lot of technical implications. I've got a new navigator, so I was just going to show you this by sort of starting. Well, no, what I'm going to show you is, so if I go to File in CueCam, Open Project. So this is going to be an opt-in thing. So something I've been thinking about. Okay, Swift Masterclass. I can open a folder, and you'll see this is a bit clunky, but so you see here's my understanding pixel buffers. Let's just make this nice and big. But if I open the sidebar, the idea was I want to get like a little sort of project. So if I'm building a course, and I'll show you, this is a bit clunky. You click on it, it sort of opens, and then it sort of attaches, and you get a tab. So this is me sort of fighting with Apple's internal stuff. But yeah, the idea was I just wanted to be able to build a course with multiple videos and be able to sort of like flip back and forth between different documents and sort of see how much I've got so far, and just so it's sort of like a little file navigator thing that I've been playing around with. We've got some new formatting stuff. So italics, again, you don't have this yet, but for italics, the ability to put like some stars in the markdown. So this is how to do it. Here in this column. So we've got like code. So if you want like a fixed width code block, you can do that. And if you want to do strike through. So basically this was no work. I just toggled on a thing in Apple's stuff so it works. There is also a bold, but which it's functionally useless because kind of all the text in the titles is bold at the moment. So as soon as I kind of make the paragraph a bit more paragraphy, then that bold thing will be useful as well. As well as working on this course, which you see a little hint of just there, I was also trying to record a TikTok, but all of this stuff is revealing a lot of shortcomings, just little things that I need to sort out with CueCam. So, but something I thought I'd show you is like, well, this is this is me this is me trying to figure out what's going on when. So when it goes onto a card with a video, this sequence of events begins, and I'm like, okay, why is the thread, why is it suspended? Why is it doing something here? What's it doing here? What are all these things? Here's all the views updating. This was like 3 times as long when I started. Okay, first crash was at 6 minutes. Sorry, like as I say, this is I'm running bleeding edge stuff, which I have been working on. I really should just use a different version of it, but yeah, I'll just come back to this. Luckily, it's pretty quick. Yeah, I got that a lot faster, but as you can see, that sometimes that involves stability issues while it sort of all settles down. And so I just thought, for fun, what do you reckon this is? So shoot 15,496, 161. Video pencil 10,104. CueCam 33,303. What are those numbers? I will give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is lines of code. Lines of Swift code. There's lines of other kinds of code in there as well. So you see, like, shoot is actually pretty chunky. But CueCam is chunkier. But you'll see that they all have an average of about 100 lines per file, which I think is a pretty good indicator of code quality. Anyway, I promised I was going to talk about videos in CueCam this week. So let's get started and see if our project jumping works. Hey, love it, love it. So that was jump to dock. So first thing we're going to talk about, how to quickly share a video from your computer. So you're on a Zoom call, you want to show a video quickly. I think there's probably ways to do it in Zoom, but like you want to do it seamlessly and you want to be able to go aside 3D when you share it. Here are the instructions for that. So option 1, and this blurry thing is a victim of my document syncing process. So basically, like, you've got your dashboard buttons, your share button, and if you just click on the arrow bit there, there's a share video button, and then just select a video in the file browser, and that's now just going to play on your webcam. Option 2 is just directly drag a video directly onto the share button, or actually the window, and that will have the same effect. You can also, another thing that I just added to CueCam is now you can right click on, can I share my teleprompter? If I share my teleprompter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to CueCam Virtual, I'm going to go demo mode in the teleprompter, so you can see my teleprompter. I can right click on my camera and go main camera, I can go share, and you could go share image, share video, and we can also go aside 3D from there as well. So I just thought like it would be nice to have a right click menu there. To share the video's sound, so this is really one of the things where CueCam comes into its own, is just the fact that sound is all part of this. So in Zoom or wherever, just make sure that you're using CueCam audio and that you've got original sound for musicians switched on. And then that just allows the CueCam to mix your microphone with other audio sources like videos. So to change the volume of the video, you will see an audio source in the dashboard and just click the main part of the button. So I'll just show you that on the dashboard. If we let's go to my live camera. And I'm also going to make sure I switch back to Ecamm Live Preview. So if I share you this, so you can see the dashboard. See, I've got my tooltips popping up. I've got them just to come on all the time. So what was I saying? So if you're sharing a video, it's going to appear as an input here. So if I just drag, so what have I got? Here's a video my dad sent to test with. So you share a video. If it's got sound, this one doesn't actually have sound. So, but you'll get basically you click the sort of pink bit and that gives you some controls, or if you click that you can toggle the audio on and off. You see up here I'm clicking to toggle the sound on and off. So that is that, and let's stop sharing the video as well and clear my circle. Yeah, and the pink bar gives you some more settings, so that gives you your like volume control again, and you can see like your LUFS. So usually, like the green is usually if you're, the green is, oh, come on, let's move that out of the way. The green is usually if you're, for speech, but sometimes you might want the video to be quieter, so you might pull it down so it's more in the grey. But you can also, did I say this? Yeah. So also with that, if I just share this again, what you have here when you share a video, I'll share the video again. So I'm just going to drag that on. So, and it's telling me I can turn picture in picture off. So this video here, by default, it's going to monitor in your headphones. So that's the button for that here, monitoring headphones. So I don't make it super quick to toggle that, because I feel like generally you want to monitor what's coming through. And then this is whether it's going to the output. So headphones, you want to hear it here, and then like monitoring, this is whether it gets sent to your audience. So, and then you can press that X button there to stop sharing, and we will exit demo mode, and we will jump back. Feel free to jump in with any questions. So that's how to do it live. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is how to share them as part of a presentation. So CueCam lets you put together a script, and as you're running through, it will play a video. So here is how to add a video to a card. So what you can do, just click this button here, and there is add video background. You can just click there. When you drag that on, that video is going to be converted to a nice efficient format. The main reason for this is partly because of the way I use CueCam a lot. Is I do a quick screen recording using QuickTime, like just the built-in Mac screen recording thing, but that creates really big files at sort of 60 FPS and the full resolution of the display. But in CueCam, like usually you're broadcasting 1080p, so you don't really need and at 30 frames a second, so you don't actually need like such a heavy video file. And because they get bundled into the projects, it's important that not to bloat those files unnecessarily. That's I always get distracted by the questions. So that is that's just the default behavior is to just like convert that to a good format, and I will come on to how to subvert that format in a bit. I am going to answer Neil's question: is there a way to delete multiple cards at once? There is, and it's so easy. All right, so I wish it was smoother. Because it's a bit weird. So if I share this, let me do a new script and share that. So here is a script in CueCam. I'm going to make it big. So you've got your cards. So one way to do it is it's sort of easier to select things in that sidebar, and you can just go like edit, delete. But you can press the delete key on there as well, and you can undo that. But here, you sort of have to click on that. You have to control click on the right part of the card. Do you know? And I have not been able to figure out how to make the delete key work there in this context. But it does work in this context here. So that's sort of easy to press. Just press the delete key. But here, just sort of make sure you click. If you hold Shift, you can click. If you hold Shift, it will select all the cards. So I can click the top one, hold Shift, click the bottom one. That's going to multi-select, and then right-click, delete 4 cards. That's probably how I usually do it. I know it's a bit easy to accidentally click the new card button, isn't it? So definitely conscious of that. And I have been thinking, is there a way I can make this selection a bit clearer, or at least maybe have a rollover or something so it's a bit clearer? Because the trouble is I'm trying to make it neat looking, but there's a text field here, and then there's a card area. So you have to sort of click in when you're clicking in the text field, you want one kind of behavior, but then if you sort of click in the card area, you get a different kind of behavior. If you're in another tip is, if you're in a text field and you press escape, now when you can, no, that doesn't work. Okay, it's supposed to work. Now if you do Command A, it will select all, and then if you do edit, delete. But yeah, it's not ideal, but it can be done. There are ways to do it. But anyway, coming back to video. So this is, it's going to automatically convert your videos that you drag in. And now you can preview with the area on the right. You can see, you can see the little video player, and you can press play on it and see that. And that's actually called editor. So up here it will say editor. editor. Editor in all caps. No, that didn't work. Yeah, Neil. The trouble with like adding, so Neil said maybe a pop-up X next to the card. Like it's easier said than done. Like there's it would be very easy to bloat a user interface if I just started adding buttons for every single thing. So just, you sort of, I think it would feel natural if the delete key and like it's just supposed to feel like anything else. And you can right click as well. So I'm not really trying to add loads of new buttons to the interface. I'm trying to sort of make everything behave naturally. So can you imagine how confusing it would be if there was like a ton of extra buttons on every card? I suppose like maybe if you hovered over it, you see, I always say no, but then maybe there's something to be said for just it's a bit easy to click. Show me. Let's talk about this because it is a lab. It's not supposed to necessarily be so you see, deleting isn't something that you need to be doing all the time, is it? So if we looked at Keynote and we made a document. Oh, am I not sharing? Am I not sharing my... Oh, no, I am sharing. It's just it's showing the slide. So I just need to toggle that slide off. Where's my dashboard? Where is something with a dashboard? Okay, let me get rid of the slide. Right, so I'm going to like fire up Keynote and just show you. So if I had like a load of slides, it's not like... I kind of want it to feel like it's just like you click on it and you press delete. Is the usual way. Necessarily have okay, second crash at minute 18. I'm really sorry about this, guys. It's I knew it was going to be unstable today, so I do apologize. Yeah, like I just want it to sort of feel like Keynote, if anything. So that's where we are with that. Coming back to right, how to quickly share a file. I am looking for how to add a video to a card. So we get the conversion, we get the preview. So here is the previewing, and then this is you can also so you can so to add a video, right? Coming back to this. You can use that little plus button, but you can also just drag a video directly onto the card, which I will demonstrate with a little bit of demo mode. So if I had a video, what are you seeing? We've broken demo mode. Okay, so I'll just share my desktop. Okay, right. So say we've got a script, say we've got a card, we can just, I love that I can see, so if I grab a video, I can just drag that directly onto a card and it's going to do exactly the same thing. We've got a weird bug here. But something like while we're here, I will just show you. See, that was going to take a while to convert. And sometimes like you don't really care if you're going to make a big project file because you're not sending it to anyone anyway, or sometimes if you know you're not sending it, then you can actually just skip the whole embedding it in the document. So something you can do, so if we just remove that again, this is some weird video that I was making at how to do, like use OBS with CueCam, so I've got like game footage of people doing that kind of stuff. So I'll show you, like if we grab a video, so what we can do is if you just drag it on, it's just automatically going to convert it. But if I press Alt and then let go, it's now going to give me a pop-up which says embed this video. So this could take a while to encode if you don't intend to share this document, and you'll not be moving the video file from its current location. There is not need to convert, we have a typo. So you can just say leave in place, so that will just leave it wherever it is on your file system, and you don't have to like it's just like you can send the document to someone else. So it's like OBS or re-encode style behavior. You can embed it without converting. It tells you how much, so it's 38 megabytes, and you can do the normal thing, which is convert and embed. But if I want to embed without converting, it's actually not going to get me any improvement. Then I could just instantly have that in my document. So sometimes if you're pushed for time, it's actually quite good to have that option. So yeah, that is that. Another way you can do it is just with that layout picker. So one of these is video. So you can just drag in, you can select that and then that will attach a video to the card, and then you can sort of do the change, replace video thing. And yeah, as we see here, so you can add, that's the default. I need a better default video, but you just use the replace button to just change it for a different one. And you can also record directly onto a card via the sidebar. So the use case for this is like, I want to do some screen recordings, or I want to capture some footage and just like sort of play it back. Maybe you could actually build up a sort of fake presentation this way and just sort of record your little bits of each card onto each card directly. But how that works is whenever you're recording, let's see if I can show this. So I'm going to try. I don't think. Yeah, I need CueCam to crash again so I can reactivate demo mode. But if we come back here, if we were to make a new card, and if I was to start recording, hello, hello, hello. Now, if I look at the card thing here, we've got finish and save here. So if I click here, that's actually going to finish that, and now that's attached here. So now on this card, we have what I just did. Hello, hello, hello. Now, if I look at the card thing here, we've got finish and save here. So you can see that could be a pretty good workflow. Like I like it for getting screen recordings quickly and then just sort of attaching them to the cards without any intermediate steps. You can add multiple videos at once. So either you can use have we got a picture of this? Yeah, like, so you can I'm sharing desktop again. So here's our document. There's a add. Wait, here, down here we've got. Let's zoom. Let's do this actually. Let's come over here, and then I'll bring this over here. And you see down here we've got add media. So if you click add media, it's going to give you a file dialog that you can then select multiple files, and it will just create cards for each of those files. And you can also drag multiple files to the end of the document. So if you just like multi-select some files, some videos, then drag them into the document, it's just going to make a card for each one. So I've shown you how to add without converting. And then to access the video settings, you can just click. So that you click the attachment, it's going to give you this pop-up. So this gives you it's a bit of a sort of piecemeal selection, but it's just the things that I've realized I've needed as I've needed them. So I've never quite tidied up how this looks. So we've got the ability to replace it. Should we go spotlight? We've got the ability to mute it. We've got the ability to mute the mic while that video is playing. So if it's like a music break or something, you don't want your mic to be hot while it's sort of playing some pre-presented thing, you can make it mute the mic. We've got the volume, like that's just there. It's maybe better to sort of like set that with the dashboard thing, but yeah, it works. We've got an end action, right? So this is really powerful. So by default, when a video finishes playing, it's going to pause, but you get some other options. You can either I don't think I have them written on my card. You can loop, so you can make the video play again in a loop. You can make it let me just remind myself what can we do with a video. I'm trying to find a card with a video on it in my project. Where are we? So if I were to look at this, we can loop, pause, right, stop. So you can stop the whole presentation. I think I've got as one of them. And then you've also got go to the next card. So something you can do is set a video. So what I do in this live stream, when it plays the little ident, it then automatically just goes to the next card as soon as it's finished. So you don't have to like manually trigger the next thing, and it won't be like a freeze frame. So that's really useful. So you could imagine you could actually build up a whole sequence just by kind of having the autoplay thing to automatically go to the next card. Something you should know as well is the side, if you multi-select the way I just showed you for the deleting, you'll actually get a different card sidebar which has a few things that you might want to do to multiple cards at once. So if you wanted to change the video end behavior. In multiple videos, you can actually just do that with by multi-selecting and changing it in one place. So that's just something to be aware of. And then to present the video, like just you can something in CueCam that you can always do is if we go to the desktop again, you can always click this button. This is always going to present this card. This little play button is, oh, I've got my mouse pointer over it. So just you know, that's the sort of quickest way to just check what that's going to be like. Muting videos, again, like you've got that video setting, you can mute the video, you can mute your mic, and then you can also trim videos. So I think I've got another one about that, which I'll show you in a minute. And yeah, change the video's volume, and then yeah, you've also, as I said before, like you've got this like dashboard fader as well that you can use. This is sort of like gives you decibel. I mean, decibels is all a bit, you know, it's just relative to its volume. It's not like an absolute measure, but whereas this is actually like a measure of loudness. So you can sort of have a look at what the LUFs are and sort of judge it on that rather than trying to like, you know, guess. Here's the here's how to loop a video. You can just select loop. I forgot how much stuff there was on in this thing. So here's the options: you pause, stop, next card. Continuing a presentation. Yeah, so that's going to do it. That's how that works. And there we go. I think I just, came back. So if I come back to my app lab script because we crashed, I'm going to show you how to trim videos on cards quickly. There's not much to this really. You can trim videos. This is non-destructive, right? So it won't affect the source video or the file size of anything. So, you know, you can't use, if you want to trim the video to be a smaller file, then just do that in QuickTime and then import the smaller video. But CueCam is really handy for letting you just like, if you want to just set the start and end points without having to go out to another program, you can just do that. And that's useful if you actually wanted to split a video across multiple cards. So you could just play this segment, then this segment, and this segment. So just start by clicking the video attachment, and then you click the little trim button down here. Oh, by the way, as Dan said last week, we've got this, the playback speed is there as well, and you can change the opacity, something I didn't mention just then. But yeah, you've got that trim button, and now basically down here is probably the place to trim. So you trim it, and then you press that trim button when you're finished, and then the video is going to start and stop at those times. So I think we have covered everything. Yeah, we covered recording, we covered options. So you can see there's loads of ways to work with video in CueCam. I'm trying to think if there's anything. So another thing I didn't mention is background videos. So, you know, at the start of this stream, I have a video loop. So this is sorry about that, everyone. John just came in to tell me. So the problem, so something with that, the thing I just showed you up here was I have my countdown set to the muted scene in eCam, and then I didn't go onto a card that unmuted the YouTube scene, the CueCam scene. So sorry about that. That was sorry about that. So yeah, as I was saying, we're finishing up questions, comments. If you want to find us, squares.tv/discord when I'm asleep, and if you need some help, and michael@squares.tv, I'll always respond. And this I was just saying, like, because I put in that automatic markdown support in the text fields, it's kind of made that blue, so I just need to make sure it doesn't change the color of stuff. Anyway, yeah, so to play us out today, I am going to muck about on the deluge again. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Let's go to it. Let me share cameras, shoot, and let me make sure I've got sound. Evo 8. Oh, let me put my headphones in and see what we've got. Yeah, let's just have a little, and then I'll put up my my website if you wanted to find more music that I've done. I have to say I would love to have better framing, but like my desk mounting thing is all just crazy at the moment. So I don't really have a way to move the camera. But it's another argument for something that I want to sort out soon, which is just the ability to like crop any camera, which I think is useful for a lot of reasons. I know Dan wants it for his there's a certain camera that always comes up weird. So anyway, let me just muck about with this for a bit, and then I will say goodbye. We're coming in under time this week, but I think that's okay because we were over time last week. So let's see what we've got here. Okay. All right. Cheers, everyone. Bye.